It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be Brooklyn going up against New York, along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Here we go. So New York wins the tip. Pass to Gortat. That's a 2 from Smith. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Wade. Driving the lane. That one goes. Count it. Wade's got the first points up on the board here for Brooklyn. To the inside. And the basket by Turkoglu.
Yeah, and this team looks for Turkoglu to score, especially when he gets a good look inside.
Gilmore. They set the screen. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. And a great assist by Kukoc as that one goes in.
Yeah, and what you love about Kukoc, the versatility on offense and the terrific court vision.
Outside, Ewing. Kicks it out to Turkoglu. Here he goes. A nice shot by Ewing.
Oh, it's a good pass by Turkoglu. He plays hard and also unselfish.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside, Kukoc. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
And a wide open look for Lynn. That 3 off the mark. The kick out to Wall. Gortat with the steal. Lynn from long range. Tony Kukoc comes up with the rebound. And here's Wade. All with it. Now guarded by Gortat. It's stolen by Turkoglu. And Patrick Ewing with the slam.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Now, here's Ewing. And then Ewing with the jam.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Making a change here. Here's Wall. Jones looking for an opening. Gortat comes up with the rebound. 1:19 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Harden for 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Gilmore. It's rebounded by New York. Pass to Smith. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
To the paint. Here's Wade. Gilmore. Gortat with the block.
And an average shot blocker for a center. When Gortat rejects shots, it helps set the tone for the defense.
Jones with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Jones, no luck.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Here's McDaniel. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Gilmore. Outside, Jones. Here's McDaniel. Here's Gilmore. And we reach the end of the first quarter. New York ahead, up 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
10.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for New York.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Brooklyn trails by 4. Pass to West. Back to Granger. The shot's good on the assist by West.
And so in control of the game. West keeping the defense off balance with that pass.
George looking around. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Stolen by George. And here's Kidd from the arc. Kukoc with the rebound. To the middle. And now here comes Robinson in the break.
And how about the hustle from Robinson, making it his mission to beat everyone down the floor.
Tries the spin move. And Kidd with the stuff.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
At the line for 2.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. So he gets them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
New York calls timeout.
Substitution on the court.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Harden scanning the floor. There's the triple. West with some nice D. Here's Reeves. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. J.R. Smith picks one up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And Reeves drops them both. And it's Harden with the ball for New York. Here's Turkoglu. Kicks it out to Harden. And good coming off the assist from Hedo Turkoglu. Harden's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's Harden. He can beat you equally off the dribble or off the catch.
Over to the wing. Outside Portis. For three, West. Hedo Turkoglu with the rebound.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Dialed in from deep, Harden understands when he should look to shoot the three ball.
Here's McDaniel, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The screen from Ewing. Inside. It's rebounded by Portis. Brooklyn trailing. Left side West. Outside Portis. Pass to Nowitzki. And stolen by Yao. Driving to the basket. And it goes out of bounds. That one off West. And New York making a change.
Substitution on the court.
1:09 left to play here in the half. Down low. Kicks it out to Harden. And a miss there on the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Count that one. Wade's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
Wade just gone after his first step. So quick.
Harden gets the bucket.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Nowitzki. Robinson. Nowitzki. Rebound by Williams. New York leading by 3. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Looking for Ewing. He gets it there. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And how about the muscle inside from Ewing? Easily getting to wherever he wants to on that low block.
Jones, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. From deep, Harden. James Harden getting it done for New York. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. Back right after this. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Brooklyn trails by 5. Now here's Wall. Still yet to score. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Nowitzki a screen. To the inside. It's rebounded by New York.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And the explosiveness Wall brings to the point guard position is special. This guy is a major threat when healthy.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so John Wall nails both of them. New York leading by 3. Ewing right side. Turkoglu outside. Pass to Lynn. Out to Smith. Puts up a 3. On the wing, Ewing. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Ewing's got the lead up to 5 now for New York.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Cloak loose. It's stolen by Wall. And now the fast break. Nowitzki with the ball. Here's Gilmore. All with it. Patrick Ewing covering. Shot's good by Gilmore.
And that's a nice assist from Wall. Scanning the floor, just looking to find the best shot possible.
Back to Gortat. And it's Gortat finishing it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And timeout is called by Craig Popovich. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And New York making a change here. Brooklyn trails by 5. Pass to Kukoc. And it's Kukoc with the jam.
And with his height, Kukoc doesn't have a long way to go for the slam. He just pops up there and puts that one down.
A nice shot by Lin.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And it's Kukoc with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Have to push Gortat out of the paint. When you don't, these throwdowns will happen.
Stolen by Ewing. And a fast break now for New York. Gortat with the ball. Wade picks him up. And it goes down 2 points. Now it's a 7-point New York lead.
Now, I don't know if you would consider this, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
Wade finds in. No good on that one. Harden with the defensive effort. Into the lane. Ewing can't get it to go. 1:14 left to play in the third. A floater. It's rebounded by New York. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, once Harden takes that first step, it's very difficult to stop his drive.
Nowitzki outside. Outside, Wall. Back to Nowitzki. And Ewing sends it back. Here's Harden on the wing. He's got 13. Drives to the hoop. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Kukoc. The kick out to Wall. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. And here's Turkoglu from the arc. Kukoc with the rebound. Here's Gilmore. Wade with it. To halt the run. It's rebounded by Ewing. The three from Harden. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's New York. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten
37.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so Harden will bring it up for New York. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Driving in. Outside, Ewing. Williams up on top. Just 5 on the clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here is Wall. Wade, right side. Over to the left wing. Williamson with it. Count that bucket. Williamson's got it back down to single digits for Brooklyn.
Not much you're going to do with Zion that close.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And there it is for him.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Oh, get up, James. Talk about a guy who scores from all three levels.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
First team foul.
Here's Harden. Smith fires from way outside. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Smith's got the lead up to 14 now for New York. Here's McDaniel. Reeves outside. Pass to Robinson. Tries again. Turkoglu grabs the board. New York with the ball. Lets it go from deep. Out to Smith. He takes it in. Oh, and the dunk by Smith.
JR getting up huge that time. What a jam.
Here's McDaniel. An easy 2 points on the layup.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Harden outside. Back to Ewing. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Great pass by Harden. He can put it right where you need it to be.
Gortat with the steal.
Ball is turned.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. New York calls timeout. New York leading by 16. Smith outside. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. The screen from Ewing. Fade. New York, no good that time either. Pass to Robinson. Count it.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
On the wing, Ewing. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And New York leads by 16.
Look, they've earned this victory tonight. Tough to dominate the way they did.
Now, these nights last a long time when you just go out there and you outwork your opponent. You know that that's going to pay dividends. Tonight, it's going to come in a win.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Inside. West. Lays it up off the glass.
Oh, great pass from Robinson, scanning the floor there and spotting the open teammate.
And a deep three from Harden. Rebound, Brooklyn. And a deep three from Harden. Offline. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Moments away, it'll be Brooklyn going up against New Orleans. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. Here's Gasol. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And this is where you feed Gasol. The deeper positioning he can get, the more aggressive he becomes.
And stolen by Nowitzki. Kept alive. Gilmore. Boom, he jams it straight down.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And that one drops.
We're talking 6'3", 210 pounds. John Wall's frame, deceptive at the lead guard position. Interior scoring is not an issue.
Now here's Williams. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
The ball goes to your home team.
About a minute played so far here in the first. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Home team basketball.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Here's Tatum. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
Well, there's a mix of strength and agility that Jason Tatum is taking advantage of. Nice work in there.
Pass to Wade. Outside, Kukoc. Nowitzki a screen. To the paint. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Now here's Tatum. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Kukoc gets the bucket.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Pass to Williams. Left side, Irving. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
Wade, right side. And it's Wade with the jam.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Williams, that's good.
That passing ability complements Irving's scoring so well.
And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Gilmore, no good. New Orleans leading by 5. Here's Williams. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Dirk Nowitzki did not like that.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And Brooklyn making a change here. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Outside Williams. Pass to Giannis. The tray. And the 3 ball is good. Antetokounmpo's got 9.
You like to see Giannis hitting those, but you'll live with that if you're the defense. Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Wall. And so John Wall nails both of them.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Got a piece of it. They recover it. Stolen by Reeves. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Gasol. And so it's New Orleans. Bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for New Orleans.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Clock at 4. Kukoc can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 7. Tatum bats for 2. Reeves with the rebound.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Over in the corner, Lillard. Rebound by Williams. Here's New Orleans. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
To the inside. Kukoc. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Here's Irving. Sinks that one from the post. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Gets in the paint and drains it. Kyrie Irving, show off that touch.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Brooklyn trails by 11. Alston with the ball. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Here's Williams. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Alston. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Capella. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Reeves. And Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hand up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
And Reeves has got the ball here for Brooklyn. 9-point game. Giannis high post. Here's Tatum. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Second chance shot. 5 on the clock. And Tatum driving. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Tatum's got the lead up to 11 now for New Orleans. Pass to Irving. Takes it inside. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Kukoc.
Come on, that is remarkable work from Kyrie. Ridiculously crafty at how he gets into the defense and draws the foul.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Irving double team. Williams gets the bucket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
On the wing, Irving. 7 points in the game. Rebound by John Wall. Brooklyn trails by 15. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Nowitzki slams it in.
Well, I'll tell you this, if Dirk is free at the rim, you expect the throwdown. Love seeing the big man get up.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's New Orleans. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Brooklyn trails by 15. Left side, West. Pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about his athleticism? For a big man, Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Williams. A shot off that time. Good D by Wade. Here's McDaniel to the left wing. Pulls it from 20. Jump shot is good that time.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Here's Williams. The kick out to Irving. Pass to Gasol. Williams up on top. 8 points for him.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play. That sends Kyrie Irving to the free throw line. It's on Jerry West.
One thing that stands out about Kyrie Irving, obviously, his creativity, especially when it comes to his handle, as good as it gets.
And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And he comes up with the deuce.
Kyrie Irving has such a tight handle that regardless of what's in front of him, he will get past you and get to the cup.
Here's Nowitzki. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Mourning throws it down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Reeves. Hasn't made one yet. To the middle. Shot's good by Gilmore.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
And Mourning throws it down.
And you can see the advantage of running the offense through Derrick Rose, showing strong decision-making, really nice pass.
Nowitzki, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Hill has the open look. Nailed from three-point land. Hill's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's McDaniel. That one goes. Counted.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Pass to Mourning. Now, here is Hill. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Nedolicki misses.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
They get it back. Here's Gilmore. They shoot again. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Hill. Outside Rose. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. And then Lillard slams it in.
Yeah, Lillard has those ups. He can get to the rim when he wants to.
Rose, no good. Poked away. It's stolen by Rose. And Rose throws it down home.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
And with his height, Kukoc doesn't have a long way to go for the slam. He just pops up there and puts that one down.
Outside Rose. Wall with the steal. Pass to Hill. The shot misses. Wall with some nice defense. Here's Capella. And no good that time. And so it's New Orleans. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shot. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. New Orleans leading by 17. Here's Rose, and he banks in the layup.
Well, absolutely fearless. And this is one thing you can say about Derrick Rose. He's never had trouble converting in the painted area.
Reeves misses from short range.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And the basket by Rose. Brooklyn trails by 21. Reeves outside. Edwards with the block.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Gilmore. Here's Hill. McDaniel grabs the miss. Reeves outside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
New Orleans leading by 21. Inside. And Gasol slams it in.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those jams.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Brooklyn with the ball. And it's time for an injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for New Orleans. And this is an unfortunate injury, potentially devastating for him.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
And it's Rose missing. Nowitzki inside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Out to the right wing. Neto Ricky misses. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 25. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Rose. And finished off by Rose.
And this is where Derrick Rose makes his money on the offensive end. Takes the action right to the rack.
Hill drives in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Edwards with it. Wade picks him up. Edwards, that's good.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Here's...
Wow.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
To the wing on the left. With the crossover. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Edwards. Knocked loose. Wall with the steal. Granger with the bucket.
I'll tell you, you allow him to get to a spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Here's Edwards. Gilmore grabs the miss.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
Granger. And the slam dunk by Granger.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could